Happy New Year, everyone. I think 2017 is going to be an amazing year. I have my Adele t shirt on tonight because I was watching the Adele concert that was on TV with my kids. And I went to the concert earlier this year in Toronto and it was amazing. So if you had a chance to watch it, or if, I don't know if it's on replay, totally worthwhile. But, anyways, tonight I just wanted to talk with you, share some insight that I hope will be helpful to all of you as you go into 2017. I was speaking with someone last year and she asked me the question, what is holding you back from achieving greatness? And at that time, I had no idea what she was talking about. And then I sat down and gave it some thought and realized that there were some goals that I thought I might like for myself that I'd put on the back burner because I believed that they just weren't possible at this time in my life. And there were other things I knew I wasn't entirely happy about, but I thought I just needed to accept them because of the stage that I was at. Things like finding time to exercise, growing my business, being home for supper on my work days, and being more adventurous in the type of travel that we do with our young family. So when I sat down and I decided to change my mindset about how I was thinking about these things, I realized that anything was possible. And once I did that, I realized I could start to make some headway on these goals, even if they weren't fast progress. And it totally changed my outlook on life and made me excited to see what else was possible to achieve. So tonight, I just wanted to talk about some of the main reasons that I've had in the past and things that I commonly hear from patients about why change isn't possible and how I think that can hold us back and how changing that mindset can really be helpful. So for those of you that don't know, my name is Dr. Jennifer Hessler. I am a naturopathic doctor and a mom of 3, and I am passionate about helping people to understand how they can more easily fit in healthy eating, effective exercise, stress management techniques, and have a better understanding of how to help their body function at its best so that they can go on and do all of the wonderful things that they would like to achieve in their lives. So tonight I'm going to talk about the 4 main reasons that I think people can be held back by that can hold them back from making positive changes. The first thing that I commonly hear, and that I have said in the past too, is that there just isn't enough time. Life is too busy to eat better or exercise more or start working on something that we really want. And I think it's important to stop and ask ourselves if that's really the case. Is there really no way that we can start to fit that in? Could we maybe stop spending as much time on Facebook or Netflix, or is it possible to get up 15 minutes earlier in the morning to work on whatever it is that's bothering us? Are the things that we are currently doing more important than what it is that we would like to be doing? And I mean, if we are totally happy being on Facebook and watching Netflix, I like those things too. But if it's getting in the way of something else that we'd really like to prioritize, then it's important to stop and think about that. So if we prioritize something, then that's when often we will be able to find the time and make the time for it to happen. And my goal is to try and show people that it is totally doable to make progress in many of these areas. And often that requires us scheduling those things into our day so that we actually make sure that they will happen. Just like we wouldn't miss a doctor's appointment, or we wouldn't miss going to something else that we feel is really important. If we schedule in these other things, then they will be more likely to happen. So, for example, on Sunday mornings, we can schedule in 30 minutes to sit down and do some meal prepping or whatever it is. The second thing I commonly hear is that I will start to make changes when, and you can insert in a variety of reasons here. It can be when the kids are in school, when the kids are out of school, once work isn't so busy. The answers can vary a lot. But I think there really is no perfect time. And the main thing is to just start doing whatever we can do at the place that we're at. Because if we keep waiting for that perfect time, then often, even if spaces do open up in our lives, we'll fill them with other things. The third thing that I often hear is that I can't either eat better or exercise or start to reduce the stress until I feel better. And I know that a lot of people really do feel quite terrible when they come in to see me. They're really tired, they're in a lot of pain, they're depressed. The catch-22 is that it's difficult for us to start to feel better without making the necessary lifestyle changes. For most chronic diseases, there's no medication or supplement that can replace the foundation of those components that are necessary to help us have a healthy life that allows us to feel our best. So I really believe that healthy eating is one of the most important pieces, that the foundation for our health is built in the kitchen. And like I said before, we just need to start somewhere. Ask for help where we can, use a coach or a friend or a group to help keep us accountable and keep us on track to reaching our goals. Also related to food, the fourth thing that I often hear is that I can't cook that food because either my kids or my husband or I don't like it. And I know this might be a bit of a touchy subject. I realize that not everyone likes every meal and that some palates are harder to please than others. I think some of those palates are in my household, but I still believe that we need to be open to changes. If we believe that we don't like any vegetables or that vegetarian food is gross or that we absolutely need bread and potatoes in our daily meals, then that will be your truth. If you're open to trying new things, then I would bet my 3 kids that you will be able to find something new to eat that you do like. And the meal plans that I give out in my online program called Your Best Life do have substitutions for most of the main ingredients. So most of them can be made vegetarian or egg-free or more kid-friendly. And if that isn't the case, then the participants can let me know about that and I will send them a completely new recipe that does fit their needs. So it's important to realize that we do have a lot of control over what happens in our lives. We are the captains of our own boats, and if something in our life is making us unhappy, then we have the power to stop and think about what we can do to change it. So some life circumstances may be harder to change than others, but making sure that we're still making space for the things that are important to us will help us to feel more empowered. So I challenge all of you to take a few minutes tonight and just think about whether anything is holding you back from having your best life. And if you'd like me to be a part of helping you to stay accountable in achieving your goals, then I would love for you to be a part of the next program that's starting on January 9th. There are still 5 spots left, and I would love for you to have one of them. I will include the link in the comment section below. And once again, Happy New Year, everyone. I will definitely talk to you soon, and I hope you have a great night.